So imagine you're on a first date or even a second or third date and the person that you're meeting is 30 minutes late. You instantly think they must be so disorganized, or they're not bothered about meeting me. They don't value my time. And then later that week, you have another date with them and you're 30 minutes late. But you think, well, the traffic was bad, you know, I couldn't help it. I tried to get here on time, the traffic was bad. Now this dual standard is a constant trap in dating, and it has a name, the Fundamental Attribution Error. And it's pretty fascinating. I learned all about this recently, so I wanted to share it with you guys. What it basically is, it's the subconscious tendency to judge other people by their character when things go wrong, but judge ourselves by the circumstances, not our character. Now, understanding this is essential going forward in life because it's the number one reason that sabotages empathy in dating and in general life. Perhaps you've been messaging them and you've sent, a detailed long message explaining something, whatever it is, and you're devoted, you're working hard to getting to know them, and they reply to you with a tiny little message. And you might suddenly think to yourself, well, they're not bothered, or they're not interested. For some bizarre reason, this fundamental attribution error is something in our subconscious, and we associate what someone does, such as sending a short message, with the person that they are, with who they are. But in actual fact, there very well could be external circumstances making them send you a short message, such as they might not be feeling very well, or maybe they're cooking dinner. They've only got a minute to quickly message you. It's really important to always be aware that people have lives outside of all of this dating malarkey. People have hobbies, they have family, they have friends, they have a whole life that they are living. We judge others based on being late or sending a short message, and we attribute it to their character, not circumstances that might have caused them to be late. Whereas ourselves, we attribute the reality, bad traffic, not enough time to send a long message in that moment. And this bias is really dangerous because it clouds our judgment, and ultimately it can cause conflict. That isn't the right environment to grow a godly relationship. And being Christians, this directly contradicts our calling for humility and empathy. For some reason, us humans, we jump to the worst case scenarios a lot of the time. I think it's our brain's survival mechanism to protect us. It's gearing us up for the worst case scenario, but we don't need to think like that. We don't need that survival mechanism anymore. What we need to do is we need to seek context and truth. And I hope this video is helping you with that. So here's a few tips that will help you along the way to practicing grace and humility so you don't get in this trap of the fundamental attribution error. Apply the reverse rule. So the next time someone is late or something happens that isn't brilliant, someone's late or they message you, in a few days' time, whatever it is, practice the reverse rule. So instead of jumping to conclusions, stop and think, what could be the reason that they're late? What could be the reason why they haven't messaged yet? Don't jump to conclusions though. Think rationally, think with grace. You could even ask curious questions. And instead of jumping to conclusions, you could ask them, I hope everything's okay. I noticed the traffic was really bad getting here. That opens up conversation, and then they could just say, yeah, it was really bad. I'm sorry I'm late. It took me ages to get here. And what you can do is anchor in humility. Remind yourself that you are flawed, just like we all are. No one is perfect. We are all flawed and we all require grace every single day. And God loves us no matter what. So shouldn't we extend that compassion to the person that we're dating? Of course we should. So basically, don't let your mind sabotage what could be an absolutely beautiful connection and relationship with someone based on circumstances, not behavior or character. I hope this video really helped you understand this fundamental attribution error. It's something I came across which really blew my mind almost, made me become more aware of how I think about other people, when circumstances change. So I hope this video helped you. Please let me know in the comments if it did, and give me a quick like for this video. It helps our channel grow, it helps spread the awareness, and ultimately it helps other people come closer to God. Thank you so much for watching. I'll see you in the next one. Bye bye.